why dogs and cats living together, that's hysteria.
Wow! Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
What's up, sci-fi lovers, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host as always, Jay Shatzer, and today I have, well, an excellent remake. An excellent 80s remake. It is Chuck Russell's 1988 The Blob remake. And this one is really crazy. It just goes over the top madness throughout. So if you haven't seen it before, you're in for a real treat. Let's get this review going. Here is The Blob. The Blob is a surprisingly gruesome remake of the 1958 sci-fi horror classic of the same name. Lambasted in a tongue-in-cheek personality and given a serious edge with its grotesque special effects work, this unhinged science fiction production truly goes above and beyond the norm in bringing its vision to life. If traumatizing visuals and fast-paced storytelling get your cinematic mojo flowing, then give the Blob 1988 remake a shot. If one thing's for certain, it will definitely entertain you like nothing you've seen before. The film follows a rebellious teen named Brian Flagg and a straight-laced high school cheerleader named Meg Penny, as their town is consumed by an amorphous entity from outer space that seems hell-bent on devouring everything and everyone in its path. Besieged by a secret government agency whose sole purpose is to capture and study the creature, can the two fresh-faced and unlikely heroes save the day and their town before all hell is unleashed upon them, and in time the entire world? Kevin Dillon and Shawnee Smith take on the central protagonist roles of Brian Flagg and Meg Penny, two polar opposite teens who find themselves stuck together during one of the most unusual and life-threatening of situations. Dillon gives his rebellious outsider character a bit of a hard edge and sarcastic personality, while Shawnee Smith's Meg is more innocent and more of a goody two-shoes. The character clash between the two is fun to see play out, and the chemistry between them adds to the overall fun of the picture and a perfect combination to all the craziness that begins to unfold on screen. Joining in on the sci-fi fun is a respectable collection of actors and actresses who all aid in on the pandemonium that is The Blob. The heavy hitters of this fantastically rendered remake are Jeffrey DeMunn as Sheriff Herb Geller, the stressed out and overwhelmed man of the law in this peaceful town turned to pot; Candy Clark as Fran Hewitt, the attractive owner of the local restaurant and blob-phobic individual; Michael Kenworthy as Kevin Penny, Meg's little troublemaking brother and frequent pain in the ass; Joe Seneca as Dr. Meadows, the sinister head of operations of an elusive scientific organization hell-bent on quarantining the town and capturing the Blob; Art LaFleur as Mr. Penny, Meg's father and concerned pharmacist; and finally Del Close as Reverend Meeker, a warped man of the cloth whose faith and sanity is tested. In tremendously expressive fashion, the cast does a remarkable job with the lofty material, forging a unique tone and representation for this over-the-top science fiction remake. Though the film is treading on familiar ground, being it a remake of a late 50s classic, this 80s reimagination ups the stakes in the horror department, often delving into some seriously unsettling material and nightmarish scenarios, all presented in a no-holds-barred cacophony of frightening imagery that will stick with you long after viewing. Abounding in horrific practical effects and mind-bogglingly brutal death sequences, the film goes for the jugular in showcasing how deadly the central thread of the movie is. It's an interesting approach to the material for sure, and the balancing act of over-the-top whimsical charm and sickening malice on screen is a conundrum to say the least, and one of the film's main appeals. The production is oppressive, cruel, and strangely fun, as we watch this town unfold into madness in a series of action-packed moments that entertain as much as they horrify. If you're looking for a remake that actually ups the stakes from the original material and adds its own special twist into the mix, then look no further. this particular sci-fi entry definitely makes a name for itself, and then some. In the end, The Blob is a fantastic thrill ride that will genuinely keep you engaged, as it shocks and awes you into complete cinematic submission. And there you have it, sickos. That is the fun, highly entertaining, and grotesque remake to The Blob. It is just really hardcore in parts. A lot of the moments in this film just freaked me the hell out as a kid, and still kind of creeps me out to this day when I see them. Just gore-tastic, great stuff in there. But guys, that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe. And if you have time, leave a comment below because I'd love to hear from you. But until then, I will see you all at the next movie review. Take care.